there YouTube, ImogenHearts here, and today I'm going to be going over first impressions of my Kat Von D foundation. I just picked this up. I've been wanting this forever. I actually had purchased it before and took it back because life, that's what happened, life. So I took it back and I've been wanting it ever since. I've been wanting this for, I can't even tell you how long, and I finally picked it up the other day while I was at Sephora, and I just wanted to share my first impressions with you. If you do not know, I am a foundation freak. I have to read everything that there is about a foundation before I purchase it. I watch a billion reviews, I read a billion reviews. I gotta know. I have to know the pros, the cons before I go in, and then I can form my own opinion, and I just love that everybody kind of has like their different opinion on stuff. So this is my take on it and what I felt about the foundation, and I'm so excited. So in this video I'm going to show you an application or review, and I just wanted to touch base on some of the things that were negative about this and some of the positives. So first off, just let me say this. Kat Von D, I have to give it up to her because her packaging and her whole line, everything, even back to this guy right back here, it's one of her shadow palettes. The packaging that Kat Von D stuff comes in is phenomenal. I am a creature of visuals. I like visuals. I blinked out there for a second. I was going to say I'm a creature of habit, but I love my visuals. If I see something and it looks pretty and it's sparkly or it's fancy, I immediately am drawn to it. So Kat Von D's whole line, everything in her line is just gorgeously packaged. And that goes without saying. This foundation, the bottle that this comes in, it's so fun. And the pump, she has like her chrome pump with the logo up here. And it is just, the packaging for her products, I can't get over. It just immediately draws me in. It's my kind of style. I love it. I'm into it. That alone. Oh! So one of the things that was negative that I read about this was that it's not travel friendly. What? It's not travel friendly. How is this not travel friendly? I don't understand how this isn't travel friendly. If you notice, when you first get the foundation, it comes with a little stopper in it. And I'm somebody, I guess maybe not everybody does this, but I don't throw that kind of stuff away. This is going to stay right there. Whenever I'm not using it, I'm going to pop that in there for sanitary reasons, for just keeping the air out of it, for, I don't know, I would keep this in here. So that locks this up. You cannot pump if that is in there. So, travel safe? I think so. Now, the other thing that was negative about this was that it is cakey. I found, and you'll see me apply it here in just one second, I found that this is not cakey at all. I can get where people are saying that it is cakey. You may be applying too much or applying with the wrong medium, but this, for me, and I am not a person who appreciates full coverage at all. I'm a medium coverage girl or a light coverage. I don't have a lot of problem areas on my skin. I just have really red blemishes. So even like a corrective cream for me will do it. So, but I feel so good in this. I'm like looking at myself right now and I feel like I have airbrushed makeup on. And it doesn't feel cakey. It doesn't feel heavy. If you apply this right, it can do wonders. I literally am like in love with this. It's so great, and you don't need very much, so this would last quite some time, especially for me, and I'm a person that like switches out my foundations. This would be more of a foundation I would use for events or going to do someone else's makeup or things like that when I'm working, but for everyday use, probably not, just because I don't want to waste it. I'm so excited about this. I don't understand the negativity that's surrounded by this. But I will say I am not a person who has to apply powder or anything like that throughout the day. I always keep that fresh in your guys' minds. I'm not that kind of person. I just don't have really oily skin or problems like that. But my best friend, we went and purchased the same thing at the same time, not the same color, but we purchased this together at Sephora, and she has oily skin. So I will, in my blog, I'll put the link down to my blog below, and I'll give like a final, like a detailed everything, and I'll let you know how it works out for her, because she does have oily skin and she is very picky for her foundations. So let's check out my first application of this and what it was like for me and what was going on in my head. I'm first just going to apply this to my, this is just the top to a candle, I've said that before, and then I'm just going to use, this is like Beauty Blender on a budget. This is just the Ulta 2-in-1 or something like that, beauty sponge, and I already have it damp. So I think I'm going to take this with my finger. Man, it is thick. It is really thick. I'm so intimidated by full coverage foundations for the simple fact that I'm just not a fan of full coverage. I've never really used full coverage. So I'm just going to start applying this to my face. I'll just do one side so we can see the difference to begin. But, oh, I already like this. This is nice. This is nice. But yeah, I'm just a person that kind of steers clear of full coverage foundation. I'm not someone that needs full coverage foundation. So, but there are certain makeup looks or events where I do want a more full coverage foundation, for the simple fact, like, I might be out longer than I should. Not that I should, but, and I need a foundation that's gonna stick with me. So, I am really liking this so far. I'm not scared of this at all. It does not feel cakey. I don't know why. Maybe people, like, because I've seen people apply a lot at one time, and I'm a person that if I want full coverage anyhow, I'm going to build my foundation. So maybe they're applying too much at once, because I'm not getting that cakey feel or look at all. Ooh, I really like this. I really like it a lot. It's applying, I'm noticing that this is very blendable. I think this is really blendable. I just like this already. I can tell you right now, I'm gonna like this foundation. So I'm seeing it's covering up my redness really well. It's giving me my skin looks really smooth. Like, I was afraid that, because I watched the people say, you know, this is really cakey, you look like cake face, it's really thick and heavy. I don't feel like this is really heavy on my skin either. Maybe it is because I'm applying in a thinner layer. I don't feel the cakiness at all. I feel really, really smooth. This, like, I really, really like this. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wee, wee, wow. This side of my face compared to this side of my face, I have a lot of blotchy red patches, and my skin has really large pores. See all the redness in my skin? You look over to this side and it's this nice, clean canvas. I mean, I think that's what it says even on the, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it, create the perfect canvas. I like this. I like this. I like this. Create the perfect canvas. I don't feel cakey at all. It feels really, it's a little tacky. Maybe that'll change when I let it set. We'll see. But I have really dark circles in my eyes, and I didn't even really go around my eye area. I'm going to leave that for concealer. But even just going a little bit up onto my orbital bone, I can see it is taking away that darkness. And my forehead's not a problem area at all. I don't have blotchy. My forehead I could probably leave without foundation, so that's not anything new. But in my chin is my only, like, I'm really hormonal, so I get, so you can see, like, I have a lot of red patches and discoloration on my chin, and over here that's covered it pretty nice. I mean, you see one little spot, but other than that, I'm really enjoying this. I like it a lot. So this is the side without it, and this is the side with it. I'm gonna say, yeah, this is good stuff. So I'm gonna start applying the rest, and we'll see what it looks like when I have the full face. Okay, so I've applied this to my whole face now, and I've let it set, and that tacky or stickiness has gone away. It sets really, really nice. Again, I don't feel cakey, like, at all, so I'm not knowing where that's coming from, other than maybe they're applying a little too much too soon or fast. Or I could definitely see if you applied with like a kabuki or a flat top brush, it might give you that feel of being really heavy. I do notice this is a foundation that I wouldn't apply heavy. I wouldn't apply this with my fingers. I think that that would make it a little cakey, and I wouldn't apply this with a brush. I think a sponge is a perfect thing for this foundation because I think this makes it really buildable. I mean, this is full coverage, but I almost feel medium coverage right now. I mean, I don't feel, when I have other full coverage foundations on, my face feels so thick and heavy, and this just feels, it feels really lightweight. I don't know, I'm really enjoying this. I like this a lot. I'll give you a clue. So now you can see that what I had showed you earlier, this tricky little vein is always there. It's the bane of my existence. But it did a really good job of covering up my redness. My redness is completely gone. Down here, it's funny, in my mirror you can't see it, but I noticed on the camera you can. See the discoloration in my chin, but that is something I could just apply another layer of foundation right there, and that would probably be gone, but I'm not worried about it because I can't see it. I think it's just with the lighting and the camera is picking it up, but this feels fantastic. So now I have my full face of makeup on. I look like I did in the beginning of the video, and I think I've already said enough about this foundation. It is just, this is so great, you guys. I'm really impressed. I really like this. For the price and how long I believe this will last me, because the amount that I have to use, I don't have to use very much. So I feel like this will last me a long time. It's worth the money. Definitely worth the hype. I don't see, like, the negative comments that were made about this foundation. For myself, I have not experienced them. I don't think that, I mean, I think it's travel safe. I don't feel cakey at all. I think it all depends on how you apply, or the medium that you apply with. And even the makeup that you set on top, I actually went ahead and used like her stuff. I used her concealer. I've always had these, I just never had the foundation, which is weird. But I used her concealer, I used her powder, I even used her eyeshadows, and I feel fantastic. This feels so good on my skin. It doesn't feel cakey. I just can't get over it. I really, honest to God, watching the videos and looking at the reviews, I thought, oh, I'm gonna think this is cakey, because I'm not a person who uses a full coverage foundation, and I don't feel like this is full coverage even. I feel like it's a medium coverage foundation. I really just am in love. I enjoyed this 110%. I give it 5 out of 5 unicorn heads. Faux show. I cannot see anything wrong with this. I really can't. I can't see anything wrong with this. The packaging is adorable. It covered everything I needed it to cover. It settled really nice. It set into my skin. It didn't settle really nice. It set into my skin really nice. It just doesn't, what could be the complaint? I love this. I absolutely adore it. I definitely recommend it. Like I said, if you have oily skin, take a look at my blog. I'll have a post up real soon to tell you what my friend's thoughts and feelings were on it, and how I felt that it was on her. She'll always ask me, how does this look, you know, throughout the day, and I'll say, girl, you looking good. You looking good. So I can't wait to see what your guys' thoughts were, what you guys felt about it. Leave those comments down below, or questions that you have, leave them down below. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button up top. Don't forget to follow me on my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram page. Take a looky down at my bloggy blog, and I can't wait to see you guys on my very next video. Thanks so much for watching, YouTube. Much love!